Hello there guys, it goes this ThePrussianPrince winner at Ro4 tournament match. This is going to be right tournament round of 4. I'm up against DWR's Danko, and let's go over the builds. Basically he is playing as Roman, I'm playing as Pontus. And I have a pretty interesting build, which I guess it's difficult to make work, but I guess it is possible. Just hard. So basically what I've got here is I've got 2 throw spears on the left flank, 1 on the right flank. As for the pikes, I've got, as you can see here, a mix of levy pikes and regular pikes. I've got 3 levy pikes in the center and then 2 pikes on the right flank. Actually make it 4 pikes, 4 levy pikes in the center, 1 kinda to the left, and then another pikeman unit over here. But besides that, I have some nice cavalry units as well. Noble Blood Cav and Pontic Royal Cav on this flank, Pontic Royal Cav and Noble Blood Cav on the other as well. So basically same cavalry on each flank. Then I have a general unit that is in a Pontic Royal Cav unit, and of course the chariots. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try and set up my army for a good charge with my chariots. We'll see how that's gonna work. So here I'm just activating pike phalanx on my units, but I should actually put slow motion and give you an overview of Danko's build. So he basically has right now 2 legionary cav on his right flank and 2 legionary cav on his left flank. So basically all the cavalry he has, as well as a general bodyguard. In terms of skirmishes, he's got, interestingly enough, 2 velites and 2 Balearic slingers. Wondering why he actually chose the velites instead of like longer range missiles. As you can see here, he actually made a mistake. He moved up his skirmishes too close. Not sure why. Then the other thing that happened here is he's got up front, well, I can't really tell so easily, but he's got a mix of Principes and Evocati cohorts and yeah, Hastati. So lots of different unit types for Danko here. But here, as you can see, I'm getting some, I'm just gonna hit play. Can't really go over his exact build. Here I'm getting some nice engagements, I would say. I didn't actually kill this cavalry unit, but it took lots of damage. Here I might actually do something against this Hastati unit as I'm charging from the flank. On the other side here you can see my pikes have engaged, but they're not really doing enough apparently. Not really getting any kills here. Nor here actually, so this is very peculiar. Here though, no kills either. He is throwing his Pila though at me, which is annoying, and here also an engagement, which I should be winning because his cav is fairly weak and he's got no port. Also got some pikes kind of fighting as well, moving in another pike unit. Gonna get it really close. Here you can see pikes got some kills here, more kills here, but not really enough. In fact, he's doing very well with that Pila. But it's just really levy pikes, so it's not that bad for me. This engagement over here, Hastati is going to die because I've got 2 through spears up against it, and Hastati is really surrounded. Here my cavalry is doing a good job against the legionary cav. And did I just totally miss the chariots? My goodness, I totally missed the chariots while I was looking at one flank. Wow. Wow. But you can see his general running away at this point. But I can't believe I just missed the chariots. So that was like the biggest part of this battle so far. They got like 300 kills and really messed up his line. Yeah, here you can see my pikes going down. More pikes going down here. Really, I should just be zooming out more, I guess. Pontic Royal Cav General got rid of the velites. It's actually gonna go for his slingers. He doesn't have his own general to support, so here I get rid of the slingers. My general is down to 26 though, so this is bad. I am gonna end up killing that Hastati, whereas it's not really gonna do too much because it's surrounded. Here I've got Pontic Royal Cav around. I did pop rally on my units just to walk away with my general. Here I'm gonna get a nice cav charge with Noble Blood Cav. See how many kills I actually yet. Hopefully I get some kills, but apparently I did not really get any kills here. Just gonna start flanking around with Thuro Spears, but a bit of a weird flank, to be honest. These guys here are not really fighting. And I'm using formation attack, which is screwing things over. But here I did take care of more of his units. So at the moment, you can see that it's looking really bad for me. But I've got this Noble Blood Cav fighting in here and trying to get rid of his general. Again, doesn't really matter so much because he has discipline. Here I'm getting a nice cav charge with Pontic Royal Cav into his Principes. Also gonna get away from there. Levy Pike's actually engaging his slingers in melee. This is micro mistake by him. I'm running away with my Noble Blood Cav, trying to kill his skirmishes or his bodyguards over there. My general's still alive, 2 men in the unit, not really routing yet. Here I get a nice cav charge with Pontic Royal Cav into his infantry units. Gonna get a good amount of kills here, and then I'm gonna be able to pull out. Here my cav is doing quite a good job as well, but it is gonna die, which should be a problem. Of course, my Pontic Royal Cav here got a good amount of kills on these infantry units. So now I've got Thuro Spears here, and I've got some pikes. They're actually getting some kills frontally against these units. Did try and flank my units here, but well, this one isn't really attacking, but now I'm trying to make it attack, but it's really mostly gonna be poking this Hastati unit. Here this Levy Pike unit, I'm not sure what I was doing here, so this is quite strange that I pushed it up so far. But here these Thuro Spears with pikes are really doing a number on his sword units. Trying to place Levy Pikes into position. And here this Levy Pike unit is still hanging strong in there. And here I'm gonna get flanked by this Principes unit. I've still got cavalry going around. Like 3 units of Pontic Royal Cav, these guys can do a lot of work. However, he is actually targeting me with Balearic Slingers, so I have to go after them. This unit, I'm actually going to try and go around and maybe hit the rear of this Legionary Cohort unit, or hit some other weaker units, because these ones aren't really weak at all. Now though, I'm pushing up these pikes against the Legionary Cohorts, so here I should be able to get some kills on his Legionary Cohorts. And I'm actually going to push up this pikeman unit as well and try and deal with his swords. Here I did end up killing his Principes relatively easily, also with these Thuro Spears. These Thuro Spears have really done a number on him, but now I'm just going to probably run away with that Thuro, since there's no way I can beat this other Principes. This Principes here didn't really do much for Danko. As for my other cav units, I'm just going to go around here. And yeah, Pontic Royal Cav. You see that I'm gonna try and go for this Legionary Cohort unit. Got more Pontic Royal Cav going around here as well. I can't really charge though, because he's got this Legionary Cohort here. So I fake running away, and then I'm just gonna charge in. But he does reply, so this is a nice move by him. But he's not braced, so this cav charge should do quite some damage. So now I'm actually going to be able to pull out of here without losing too many men, hopefully. But I am getting shot at the same time. I'm going to move up my pikes here. Probably a bad idea. I just need to reposition them, use them defensively. Here I am poking at this Legionary Cohort, but it is getting a lot of kills on that Thuros, so that's bad for me. My general is back though, and I've still got more Levy Pikes available. This Principes is going to end up losing to these 2 Thuros Spears. It's gonna be close. I've got a Pontic Royal Cav that's gonna charge into his general bodyguard. Here you can see that my pikes are still poking at his sword units. Just look at this. Whoa! Charges going on over here. The poking is really nice here. Getting to kill a lot of his men. Here comes a cavalry charge into his Hastati, which, as you can see, they're not very good against cavalry charges. My general is still alive. Trying to get him around here. Principes is, well, not really there anymore. It's just gonna be dying. His general is still alive, but he goes way too close to my pikes and he almost dies. I'm gonna try running away my general right now because he's trying to kill him. This Hastati though is doing some odd things here. 15 men and not routing at the moment. My pikeman unit is dying, but it should be fine. He did completely flank my unit, but with barely any men though. Now this Principes should be routed by Through Spears because they're very few. My general is actually here with 1 man left because I just popped Raise Banner and Rally. Rally is off though now, so it should be gone. But his Legatus is in having some problems. It's actually General Bodyguard. Here another nice charge by my Pontic Royal Cav. Did a lot of damage to his Legionary cohorts. And here's Legionary cohorts. Just taking so much damage from pikes just poking him. At this point it's actually turned around because it looked really bad for me at some point. Here, these guys are not letting down their pikes, so this is strange. Now they are though. Still a bit late. And I still can't get rid of his general. This is very annoying. He's got 6 men left in his general unit. Wavering and he's trying to get kills on my cav, but right now I'm just gonna turn around my cav, get a charge into his general bodyguard, do some damage to him. But as you can see, the charge is a little bit weird. I only kill 1 man. So that's strange. 1 man killed in the charge, that's about it. I'm actually pulling out at this point. He loses another man. I'm setting up my pikes here. Pontic Royal Cav is still alive, but I needed to do some really nice charges in order to win. So the game is still not completely over yet. The spike unit here, as you can see. Well, I'm getting a charge into him with my Pontic Royal Cav. So here 28 still. And I've got almost 180 kills. Lost 2 men though, and this was not really effective. It was pretty bad actually, what I just did here. I need this cavalry unit and I can't just be charging it like that into his infantry. So that was not really a good move by me whatsoever. As you can see though, he's trying to reform. This is a very close game. So I'm going with my Through Spears around him. These guys are MVPs with around 200 kills. And I'm still positioning my Pontic Royal Cav here. Gonna try and make sure it's rested, I suppose. And I'm gonna be moving my pikes up again, trying to get some flanking maneuvers on him. Here I mess up and these guys don't drop their pikes in time, or they drop them around and awkwardly, as you can see here. They do actually turn around at the end, but still awkwardly. Here. I'm gonna be able to do some nice cav charges into his avocatis here with my general. I'm gonna, not my general, but a Pontic Royal Cav unit. I'm gonna be able to pull out here quite nicely. His avocati is not gonna do too well though. And he's actually blobbing into this unit. But he's gonna pull back his swords now. So this is a good move by him. He's gonna try and get to my Pontic Royal Cav unit, but I do manage to charge in, but not really do enough. Do I? Here I get like 200 kills, but this is way too committed at this point, basically. I'm way too committed to killing his general, I think. So I need my cav for back charges, and now I'm gonna lose it. But I did kill a lot of his swords, even by losing my Pontic Royal Cav, and now I force him into a melee engagement. And he's stuck because of my Pontic Royal Cav. If he pulls out, he's just gonna take damage. Now he's engaged, but pikes are down, and so the Pontic Royal Cav is still alive with quite a lot of kills here. This Legionary cohort is gonna be taking damage as well. He's gonna try and pull out, and it's still up in the air basically, but I do charge my Thuros in, which allow me to also get my pikes in here, but they're in an awkward spot. But the Legionary cohort routes. It's nice for me. Everything else is starting to waver right now, and this should be it if I can do this properly. And yes, all his units are routed off the field. See the unit statistics here. Definitely Chariots did a lot of work. Again, apologies that I forgot to show them. Shouldn't be zoomed out like that, but I just wanted to show you guys some more closer view on the battlefield, also with some zoom-ins and close-ups. Anyway, here are the unit stats, so I shall see you in game number 2. Welcome to game 2 of me against Danko. I'm playing as Carthage against Danko's Tylus, on Migdal. Let's see how this is gonna be like. As you can see, I've got a rather interesting build, I should say. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna go over my build. I've got General's Bodyguard, obviously. I have 3 Mercenary Scutari Cav, Carthaginian Cav. In terms of skirmishes, I do have 3 Cretan Archers. In terms of swordsmen, on the left flank, Mercenary Scutari and Mercenary Iberian Swordsman. Right flank, Mercenary Scutari. As for the rest of my force, I've got 2 Libyan infantry over here and 2 more here. So that makes 4 Libyan infantry, and then I've got 3 mercenary Samnites. So this is really just quite a powerful heavy infantry style, whereas Danko's got Tylus, and he is already trying to skirmish this raiding horseman. This is a really good move by him. He should be doing this. Well, it's just funny when you see the horses but not the units themselves. So let's look at what else he's got. I'm actually gonna fast forward it so that he actually shows his whole army. But yeah, besides those 2 raiding horsemen, he's actually got a lot of cav from what you can see here. He's got around 4 light horse in total. Then he's got his general and a noble horse and another noble horse. And here's the rest of his army composition. He's got, let us see, some skirmishes. 4 skirmishes. Basically, 3 Thracian Peltas and a Celtic skirmisher. In terms of swordsmen, he just basically has 6 tribal warriors. So this is a very interesting composition that he's bringing. And I want to see how it's actually gonna do against my army. So it will be interesting for you guys, I hope. I haven't really seen such a build before against me by someone who brought Tylus. It is indeed gonna be fun. So I'm just gonna continue setting up my forces. I'm gonna try and make sure he doesn't really get any good shots with his raiding horsemen. As you can see, I've got a defensive position here, mostly in the forest, because I'm really scared of his units, really. All that cavalry that he can use to just backcharge my units. But I've got so many melee infantry that maybe I'm not too worried about it. Perhaps I should have brought more cavalry though, but who knows? Who knows? So, here comes the engagement, soon enough. Well, I actually don't want to engage him, but now I'm shooting at his tribal warriors frontally. Not the best, considering the tribal warriors have 95 armor. That's quite a lot of armor, as you can see here. So I'm going to try and pull back my forces. I'm not really going to want to engage him. And yeah, now he's actually going to be pushing up. These guys, I don't know why they actually stopped. That was kind of weird, but I see that he is actually moving up, so I'm gonna move my own units around here. Still trying to be annoying with raiding horsemen. Right now I'm gonna turn my skirmishes around and get some volleys on him. This noble horse is in here. Light horse over here. Actually getting javelins into the light horse should be doing damage, but here comes the charge into the Iberian swordsman. I've actually got quite a few of them already, but my Carthaginian cav should be able to kill the light horse without problems. Scutari cav as well against raiding horsemen should be a good engagement for me. Basically his light horse are dying, especially with support of Iberian swordsman. And here I'm just targeting one of his tribal warriors. Maybe I should have targeted his general. That's a noble horse. I'm gonna pull back my general here. I'm gonna start doing my charges with Libyans. Already he's doing damage with his javelins, which is a problem. I'm popping raised banner here. I should have really started flanking around with my infantry, since I have much more infantry than he does. And here I do actually stop his light horse. This Libyan is really going to deal with the light horse. Scutari cav here dealing with more light horse. Here I'm actually gonna kill this one raiding horseman unit that I'm engaging. For the rest of units here, you can see that I'm targeting his skirmishes because they gotta die. Should probably be targeting the Celtic skirmishes that would have died first, but oh well. Here the Cav engagement. This unit here of noble force is really crushing my Scutari Cav. Maybe I should have targeted his general. He actually gets through here into my skirmishes through my Cav, but he doesn't really have many units left. And yeah, the Screen Archer took a lot of damage from the light horse, from those 2 light horse, and he's targeting my general, so here I gotta run with him away, but I don't manage to. So he actually pulls out with his noble horse. This allows me to get my Scutari Cav into his skirmishes here, and not before I take quite a bit of damage. The charge was somehow stopped, so my Scutari Cav won't be able to do much here. Carthaginian Cav going around, more mercenary Scutari Cav as well. He's still got this light horse into my Cretans, which is really annoying here. I am gonna use this cavalry unit to make sure that I kill the light horse, and my Scutari Cav is being annoying here, but not really doing enough, I feel. And Libyans just doing their best against tribal warriors. I've just got so many swords here that I'm overpowering him in melee, trying to run away from noble horse, but I'm gonna have to engage soon. So I do believe I countercharge at some point. I'm gonna get Scutari Cav here into the melee, into the tribal warriors to try and rout them. Here he actually pulls away from my Scutari Cav. He doesn't want to engage them. Now I'm just gonna target this Thracian Peltast unit. His skirmishes have gotten some kills, not a lot, but still. Thracian Peltast, 27 kills. Now engaged in melee. He's gonna flank my mercenary Scutari. These guys are gonna be kind of toast, but this is really gonna be enough because I've got all these swords and now I'm flanking him. Even my general is going for hammer and anvil strikes. Now I'm probably gonna hopefully be targeting his general with the skirmishes. Look, this noble horse just dropping as I'm targeting it with my skirmishes right now. I'm gonna go for more charges with the Scutari Cav into this Thracian Peltast as well. Still targeting that noble horse, where I should be targeting his general. That should be my main priority right now. As you can see, my army's doing pretty well here. And look at this tribal warriors just dying to the blobs of men that I have here. But really, I should not be blobbing so much. And here his noble horse general is going to be going down. It's down to 22. Help us go down quite a bit, and here you can see his army is gonna start wavering. It's soon enough gonna be chain routing. Basically, I had stronger infantry in this game as well as overall stronger skirmishes, which is why I guess this went as it did. I had a really strange army composition, I'd say, but maybe could have worked. Just really hard to pull off, I suppose. You can see the kills here. My swords overall did quite nicely. For his Cav, didn't really do enough. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.